got my autumn journal finished, and I totally changed around how I did the cover, and I absolutely love it. I'm so glad that I did. It is really cool. This is a piece of upholstery fabric that is on the cover. And this is a piece that I had done a while back that I've used as an adornment on the front. It is a piece of corrugated cardboard with some paste and some paints to give it some texture, and then this image from an old book on top of it. And then I blanket stitched it onto the cover as well, as it's glued as well. For a closure, I have a key with one of the Tim Holtz, I don't know what he calls them, a swivel something, but that is there as a closure. Let me see. I put my ruler away. I want to be able to tell you what the measurements are of the journal. And it measures about 6.5 wide when you're holding the fabric out, but the pages themselves are about 5 3/4. And then high, it is about 9 1/4 high, with a I'd say 1 3/4 spine. So this is how it opens. This is how it looks from the spine, and here's how she looks from the back. And then let's go inside and take a look at her. So she's very soft, very tactile. I tried to give it a feel of, okay, the months are getting cooler, and wanted to make it seem like warm and cozy inside. So here's a pocket here with some doily on it, a butterfly, and the turkey that I just could not bear not to use. This is adorned here with another butterfly. It's got some tickets on it, some scraps that I had from a kit from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And this is a card here that was so fun to do. It's got all kinds of paints and embossing on it. It's just got a fun texture and feel to it, with some fabric on there. And this actually is on a giant playing card. It's been stitched all the way around. So that's fun. And then let's keep going. So we've got a stamped cornucopia, and I did some painting to add some color to the pages that are reminiscent of the earth and the changes of the colors. And all I had to do in Wisconsin was look out my window to get inspiration. Here's a card here that was gifted to me, and this is in a bias tape wrap, around the bias tape that I made into a pocket. This is a piece of a book page here, and a gift certificate here to use as a journaling piece. And that turns, and here we've got a piece from a Artsology kit. This is a stamped image on coffee dyed paper that I've inked around and sewn with a leaf pattern, and it also has some raised pieces here to give it some texture. This is a page from an old calendar with some very autumn harvest images. And this is an envelope that I've changed into a pocket with a burlap doily. And inside here, this actually is a copy of a picture of my great-grandmother's sister on coffee dyed paper. And you can journal on the back of the envelope as well. This is a collage piece here with some pattern paper. I wanted to give the journal a crunch to be reminiscent of the leaves outside, and I thought that it's getting colder. People are reading indoors. They're doing crossword puzzles. Here is playing with the paints again to bring some color to the pages. Stamped word there. These are playing cards again as journaling cards. And this is another Artsology kit from an old textile or needlework book. It's super fun. And I just added some lace to give it another dimension. Another journaling spot here. And then some fussy cut. I'm going to make sure that you can see that okay. Some fussy cut forest creatures. Got my inks out and really gave this some texture. This is another fussy cut piece. This one though is from, this one might be from Rachel's, one of her lace kits. And then here is a little book with some coffee dyed eyelet on it to journal inside. But there's a lot of texture to this book, and there's some autumn leaves stickers on here with a label on the back of a flashcard. And you can write right over the top of this. Just gives it a little surprise when you turn the page. Some ink spatters, a page from an Ideal book. There's a layaway card that you can journal on, and this is in a envelope that I did a little window in. And I hand colored the fussy cut book page image. This is a little collage with a vintage yo-yo. Here's a die cut doily, a Michigan apple picking or apple coupon. This is sari silk and a little acorn button. Here is a little pocket or a tuck with another journaling card made from a book page. Here's another little pocket with some more paints. Another little journaling spot on a plain card. And this kit, I believe, is also Artsology. Here's some more crunch to be reminiscent of the leaves. This got some ribbon that's been zigzag stitched on the page and a button in the shape of a maple leaf that I attached to the page. More coffee dyeing. Here's the back of that calendar page. More ink spatters. Whoops. And then here's a little tuck spot here. This is from Rachel's kit. And this I thought was fun. It is smooches and more smooches. Just had to include that one. I was going through my stash and I just had to use it. More coffee dyeing. This is a fun little flip here that you can journal on. Gather some more colors of the fall season. Here's a little pocket with space to journal on, another coffee dyed page. A lot of space in here. This is a fun piece that I use with some scraps, the fall colors. A little belly band here with a book page with a cabin door on it, and you can write on the back of that. Oops. Here is that pocket that I did the video on with the faux applique, and it's got a journaling card inside of that with some vintage tablet paper. and another of my great-grandmother's copies of A Family Friend. That one is actually a relative as well. Somebody's taking a walk and the dogs have to let me know. Here's an old menu in here with some of the coffee dyed eyelet. This is a piece from a embroidery pattern. You know, the iron-on patterns, transfers, iron transfers. I knew the word would come to me. Another ideal book page. Isn't that pretty? This reminds me of up north in northern Wisconsin. Pearl? No. More woodland creatures. They're so fun. Little raccoon. This is a little collage with a paint chip and one of the images from the Artsology textile book, a floral piece, and a little scrap done into a bow. Back side of the menu. Here's another piece with sari silk zigzagged and another maple leaf button with some doily behind it. There's another squirrel. Backside of that fabric pocket with a journaling card. I love the colors on this one. And then a page from a tree book. And then in this mushroom pocket is a, it's called Name the State. It's an old game, and you can ask the questions. Here's the Missouri card as well. Some more stitching in the leaf pattern. I left the threads on here. If the person who gets the journal doesn't want to have the threads, just snip them off. But I thought with fall and the leaves and having to cut back plants, then it just was reminiscent of it. This I tried to make look, again, with the fall colors. And here's a fun page full of pockets and mushrooms. So here's a handmade glassine pocket with a old receipt image from the Artsology kit. Get that in there. And then here's a mini belly band in here where you can take out the crow and journal on that. That's what the belly band looks like when the crow isn't home. And let's see, then here's another glassine pocket with another little piece that you can journal on the back. And you can also, I didn't puff the journal up too much, but there is pocket space behind each of these. So there's even more. You could put 2 more things in here if you wanted to. Here is a vintage Denison label with some coffee dyed fabric, some scraps, and some more paint. Fall color paints. Another fall image. Beautiful leaves. And this back page has a pocket with some, again, some zigzag ribbon and a big journaling card for you. And then this is what the very back of the envelope looks like, or the journal cover looks like, with some coffee dyed, and there's a little pocket here for you to put in whatever you like. So this will be on my my Etsy page. There is the link in the description box below for you to go out and take a look at it. And I hope that you have a great day, and thanks for joining me at Junk Journal Gems.